So it's crazy, right? Because, I look back, and as you may already know, if you have followed me for a while, and I was doing virtual assistants for a while, and that worked well. That made me money. That definitely made me money, and I was really good at it, and I actually enjoyed it. Like, I will never forget, I thought that was it. When one time, I remember that I made $100 in 15 minutes. And I was like, this is it. This is my calling, right? And yes, it was nice and fun because I love art and I love to be creative, and I felt like that was an outlet. But I feel like that actually helped me and fulfill purpose. And then I got to the point where actually that, I got drained, and I had to, unplug and take care of me, right? Because the reality is, as a mom, and I know that you guys can feel me in this, sometimes and I'm a type of person that I like to take care of everybody else and put me last. And that got me in a really bad situation because I felt very overwhelmed, felt stressed out, and, I fell into anxiety and depression and the whole 9 yards because I couldn't fix certain problems, other people's problems. It wasn't even my problem. I couldn't fix other people's problems, and that put me in a really bad space. And I needed to just unplug for a while, which I did, and actually just find me, like just look into me, like just really like reset, refocus in real life, you know what I mean? And for a hot minute, I even told my daughter, I remember telling my sister, I said, I'm done. I'm not going to do anything online. I'm okay. I fulfilled my goal, which was to get a house. I was able to do that because that was the reason why I decided to do the business in the first place, because I needed to make extra money. So that way I can get out of debt and save money and get a house. And I was able to fulfill that. So I was like, I'm good. However, with the economy, with everything that's going on, the reality is that one income is just not enough, no matter what. Like at this point, it's just not enough. And I missed it. I missed like doing certain things and like helping other people. And I'm like, I missed that. And I was like, okay, so I decided to try again. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm done with the virtual assistants. I'm good. However, what can I do? How can I help other people? And I always tell people my story, how I needed to come to Florida, start all over. I had to leave everything behind, left my house, my car, my job, everything, to start all over with 4 boxes and start from scratch with my 2 kids. And it was the hardest thing, but the most rewarding thing that I ever did. And I've been here for 8 years already, and it's crazy because I found, even though that I went through it, and I thought that I lost all hope, especially when I did a bankruptcy, because I was like, that's it. Everything was under my name, so I was like, I can't do this, right? I couldn't keep up, even though because everything was under my name, even if someone else was paying for it. If that person's no longer in the equation, that was on me, right? And I had to make a decision to go bankruptcy. And I thought that was it. I was like, I'm never going to be able to get a house. I'm never going to be able to do this, blah, 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 blah. That's how I thought. I was like, okay, I give up. It is what it is. And I was like in survival mode, and I stood there. However, I couldn't settle. I was like, this can't be it. This has to be more. I'm a type of person that, that I want. It's not even about me. I want more for my kids. I want to leave something for my kids. And I'm like, you know what? So I made a decision to put my big girl's panties on and get to work and better my life. And one of the things that I had to do was fix my credit, right? One of the things I had to do is get myself, learn how to do money, manage my money better, because I like to shop. I, did the shopping therapy, which was not good. And then, get myself in more debt. So I had to get out of debt, save money somehow, and then to get a house. 4 years later, I was able to do that. And sometimes I have to pinch myself because I'm like, how I was able to do that. Like, how, like, you want to go and you're like, okay, you have those days like you feel hopeful and you feel positive and you're ambitious and all stuff like that. But there's a lot of days you're like, what am I doing? This is not going to happen. Like, that's it. I lost my chance. Like, that's it. Like, I messed up. I'm never going to be able to get a house again. But because of my kids, because it wasn't about me, because of my kids, and they were my motivation to keep going, to keep striving, and to do what I need to do to make it happen, I was able to make it happen. Because I want to make sure that my kids are good, especially my daughter. I didn't want her to struggle the way I struggled. I want her to have something that she could fall back. Because you never know what happens in the future, no matter how pretty and pink it could be at that moment. You just never know, and that's just reality. And so that's the reason why I was like, you know what, if I'm going to go back, one story that I tell people all the time is my true story, like of fixing my credit, getting my finances in order, and be able to purchase a house by myself. Let me make that clear. By myself, okay, after bankruptcy, buy a beautiful house, 4-bedroom house, beautiful. I'm so happy. My dream house. Like, I'm like, I give all the glory to the Most High because I did pray about it. He gave me the strength. He gave me the wisdom. And that's why my children are gifts from the Most High, because that's what motivates me to be better. That's what motivates me to not give up. No matter what, I never gave up on me, on my dreams, and my goals. So, if you listen to this, I want you to understand, regardless of your situation, I don't care what it is, because I remember the days I didn't even have not even $20. I remember I was like looking at the phone. I know I can't be the only one. Looking at the phone to see how much I have. I'm like, okay, I have $2, just enough for coffee. Just enough for coffee, right? I'm still learning, because there's certain things that I get myself. It's a cycle, you know what I mean? But the things I already know what to do, and that's the reason why I decided to focus on finance and help other moms that are in the same situation, that feel hopeless, that feels like this is it, that they're never going to be able to achieve any goals for their children, and they have to start all over, and they don't have anybody to help them. I'm talking to you. Yes, you can. You can achieve your goals. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care how much money you make. Anything is possible. But you have to want it. That's the thing. You have to want it. And you have to find your reason why. I know my reason why. My children was my why. And that's what helped me. You know what I mean? And the Lord helped me to reminded me of my why. Because He didn't give me children for just for no reason. He gave me the children because they're a gift. And they helped me to be a better person, a better human being. And that's why I'm so grateful, because I always wanted to be a mommy. I always tell my son, thank you for making me a mommy, because I always wanted to be a mommy. That was my ultimate dream. Like, I'm going to keep it real. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very happy about that. And I'm very, very grateful. So that's the reason why I decided that. And guess what? I worked for a finance company. I worked for a finance company for 8 years. I learned so much about credit. That's how I was able to fix my credit. And it's crazy, because it's like, not only did I fix my credit, my own credit, not only did I was able to get my money in control, you know what I mean? And sometimes I have to remind myself, but it's okay. It's a learning process, life, And I had all the knowledge and all the wisdom and the experience. And I'm like, wait a second. It was right here. This is my calling. And I know that, because I can talk about money all day. I do. I talk about money all day. And I teach my daughter, and I teach my son, and they have perfect credit. They're doing so good. I'm so proud of them, because I didn't have that. No one taught us. I came from survival, not from financial literacy. So that's why I want to help other moms, so that way you could break that generation curse and teach your kids the same thing. Anyways, just wanted to rant a little bit this morning. Enjoy your day. Bye.